Oh yeah, today is Buddha's teaching day, the anniversary of 2936 years. So I asking everybody teach Dharma each other, and today is Rodney is here. He's my student, and he will offering Dharma teaching to all of you.
Thank you, Kempo. So in commemoration then of Buddha Shakyamuni's first turning of the wheel of Dharma, I'll be teaching today on 3 different ways of understanding Buddha. And they are ground Buddha, path Buddha, and result Buddha. And if you understand what these 3 Buddhas are and how they relate to one another, your Buddhist practice will be very, very strong and will be very beneficial, not only for yourself, but for all sentient beings. So I will begin then with ground Buddha. Ground Buddha is the nature of your thinking. The nature of your thinking contains all of the amazing qualities then of the Buddha. Some of these qualities, they have many different names. They're synonyms really. Some of these names or descriptions are incalculable luminosity, indestructible bliss, unconditional love. And for beginning practitioners, sometimes it can be a little bit confusing because there's so many different names then, but they're just descriptions of the same thing, just different qualities of the same thing, which is in fact ground Buddha. It is the nature then of your thinking. But as sentient beings, I think that the most accessible description is true happiness. And when I say true happiness, what I mean is this. Imagine the happiness then that you currently have, and then amplify that many, 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 many times, right? And then you'll get a taste then for the happiness then that actually is present then in the nature of your thinking. That is the ground Buddha. And then also, imagine then this happiness not stopping. It is unceasing. No matter, it just is unceasing. It does not stop whatsoever. So that is ground Buddha. So a question may arise. So you're telling me then that the nature then of my thinking, or ground Buddha, then is in fact true happiness. How do I know this? A couple things you can do. Number one, look at your thinking, look at your actions, and then also look at other beings' thinking, and look at other beings' actions. And there's a couple things that you'll notice if you closely examine this. First thing you'll notice is that all beings, number one, within any thinking and any action then, are in fact trying to obtain happiness. And this other thing that they're trying to not engage in or not experience is suffering. So the force of this really example is that beings don't have to be taught these things, because all beings naturally want happiness and want to avoid suffering. And because they don't have to be taught this, we can conclude that happiness then is in fact our nature. It is in fact our true nature. It is in fact then ground Buddha. So another question may arise in your thinking. It's nice that my nature then is true happiness, but why can't I experience then? Why don't I experience the happiness then that I described? It being very, very high level of happiness and it being unceasing. Well, the reason is that we have obscurations. Obscurations really are negative thinking and negative karma. And because we have negative thinking and negative karma, our thinking then obscures then our ability then to perceive our nature. It obscures our thinking then from in fact who we naturally are, which is true happiness. An analogy would be going outside on a cloudy day and looking up in the sky. You do not see the sun. A person may conclude that the sun does not exist, but that's actually not the case. If you remove the clouds, you'll in fact see the sun. So it's the same thing with us. If we remove the obscurations then, if we decrease our negative thinking and negative karma, then in fact our true nature will be perceived. We will become, in fact, true happiness. So ground nature, again, it's the nature of your thinking. It is true happiness and all the immeasurable qualities then of the Buddha. This brings us to path Buddha. Path Buddha is the process then of removing the obscurations that prevent us from our true nature, prevent us then from true happiness. And there's two things then which compose Path Buddha. One is Dharma, and the other then is Sangha. And unfortunately, I don't have time in this talk to go in a lot of detail on what Dharma is, but I know other retreatants then will be talking about this. So really, I urge you then to go and watch their videos. It's very important that you understand this. But Dharma is increasing your 5 positive thinkings and decreasing your 5 negative thinkings. And it's important to know that these mean very, very precise things. Positive thinking and negative thinking mean things very, very in particular. Positive thinking, increasing positive thinking does not just mean that you think everything is okay. That's not the case. So it's very important that we understand what Dharma is. So Dharma really are the techniques then that Buddha Shakyamuni taught. And these are methods then that we can engage our thinking, which decrease our negative thinking and negative karma, and increase our positive thinking and positive karma. And the result then is that we will remove our obscurations. Path Buddha also is, what's part of Path Buddha is also Sangha. Sangha are other beings then who practice positive thinking. And the reason why this is very important, especially for beginning practitioners, is Sangha is a support then for our positive thinking and a support for us to decrease our negative thinking. For example, if you're around somebody who has a lot of negative thinking, which is anger, jealousy, greed, pride, and ignorance, it's very easy then for us to be influenced by that thinking. It becomes a condition where we in fact can engage then in negative thinking. So it's important then that we have Sangha, people then who engage positive thinking, who support us. So the goal of Path Buddha is 0 negative thinking and 0 negative karma. Now, as we progress then on Path Buddha, as we decrease our negative thinking and negative karma, what happens is our reality changes in a very fundamental way. Our reality changes so that we actually become more happy. Because as our negative thinking then decreases, we become a little bit closer then to our true nature, which is in fact true happiness. So once we get to the point of 0 negative thinking and 0 negative karma, we in fact, our Path Buddha then actually becomes the result Buddha. And in that instance, it is called vast awakening. Basically, all the qualities then that are present then in the nature of our thinking are manifest. It's incalculable luminosity, indestructible bliss, and it is in fact true happiness. And when you have this true happiness, it's important to know that it's not only good for you, but it's also, you are also a very strong condition then for all sentient beings, and for them then to actually increase their positive thinking and decrease their negative thinking. So to quickly recap, we have ground Buddha. This is the nature of our thinking, and it contains all of the qualities then of the Buddha. The reason why we can't perceive the nature of our thinking is in fact because we have negative thinking and negative karma, which obscures our perception then of true happiness. It is Path Buddha, it is Dharma and Sangha, which allow us then to decrease our negative thinking and negative karma to the point where we become 0 negative thinking and 0 negative karma. And in fact, we become vast awakening. All the qualities of the Buddha are manifest within us. So, I'd like to just leave you with this one thought. In this very instant, countless sentient beings are becoming enlightened beings. And in this very instant, countless enlightened beings are becoming Buddha. So can you become Buddha in this very life? Yes, of course you can, because it is in fact your nature. Thank you for listening to the teaching.